Welcome back. So another fortnight has passed, which means we have a new rotation of free assets on the Fab marketplace. So, as always, to get these, you need to either go to fab.com, the webpage, or you can go through your Epic Unreal Engine launcher and go to the Fab section over here, and you go to the limited time free section. From here, you can see that we have a Necropolis graveyard, we have a Sci-fi Mech, and fantasy props. So these are our free assets that we get for free this time around. So these three assets, they are picked up by going over here and you click add to cart, and the item that you add to cart is going to be using the personal license by default here. You probably want to pick the professional one. The differences for the use of the different licenses are none, so they're the same as long as they apply to you. The professional one just applies to more people. You can see that it's for studios or other entities with a certain income, and the personal one is for individual creators. So picking the professional one is the safest one to make sure that you can make use of it. So all you need to do is add the assets that you want to get with the professional license, add to cart, and then purchase them within this 14-day period. And if you do so, you are owning them forever. So you can use them for any future projects that you might want to do, even when it goes back to normal price afterwards. Do note though that if you miss this period of time and don't get them before they go back to their normal price, you cannot get them for free anymore. They are not going to be available, and it's not legal to get them anymore from someone else as well. So if you want something, make sure to get it during this period if you want them. So now that we've seen these assets, let's go check them out in more detail inside of the engine. First out, we have the Fantasy Props asset pack by Harridon. And this, as you might notice, is actually the starting level for the third person template, at least the old one. The reason for this is that this asset pack doesn't actually come with a map itself. So I had to actually bring out all of these assets by myself manually and place them up, which is quite annoying that has to be done. It feels like the bare minimum is that they have a map available where all the assets can be overviewed. I didn't even think you could upload something to the marketplace without having a map or a demo level of your asset pack. Anyway, here we are. So what this is a bunch of static meshes of different types of urns, I suppose. Yeah, you can see that some of them are very similar. Like these two, you can see that some vary a little bit, and you can see that some vary a lot. And this asset pack is really all over the place. It's so weird. It claims that it consists of 22 unique meshes, but looking through the meshes here, we can see that there's actually 43 of them inside of this pack. But I'm not sure that there actually is 43, because this one seems to be identical to this one, just leaned over 90 degrees for some reason. Some of these are, like I said, fairly similar, and I'm not sure if that makes them count as one or two or what is going on. So it's really strange. And then there's the actual usability of this asset pack. How much of an urn market do you need to have in your project? I mean, if you're making a game about selling urns, I guess maybe something you can make use of. Otherwise, this is so niche. I'm not even sure it can be used to like fill out as miscellaneous objects in the world, because many of them look so weird. Something like this might work like in a Zelda game as a backdrop or something like that, right? But having every urn looking like it has dragon wings or like a love chalice, it's so weird and, I don't know, out of place for some reason. So and this, whatever this is supposed to be, it looks like a stub, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be some kind of urn, maybe, who knows. Actually, stump, it is actually a stump. It's a magic stump, of course. So I don't know, this first pack, unfortunately, not very impressive, kind of disappointing for all the reasons that I've mentioned so far. And this is what you get inside of it. Next up, we have the Sci-fi Mech by Despazio. And this is the demo level of this lumbering little mech. And it has a few different colorations nearby in the level as well, so you can see like what it could look like when you change the materials on it. So for you to fully understand this, I need to read the description a little bit. So this is the description of the asset. Step into the futuristic realm of science fiction with this character, the awe-inspiring Sci-fi Mech. This visually captivating creation features a striking design with 4 powerful arms, 2 of them human-sized to grab standard equipment, and 2 agile legs, embodying the essence of futuristic warfare and exploration. What sets this asset apart is its unparalleled versatility, equipped with its own control rig and IK retargeter assets that empowers users to effortlessly create and retarget animations. Leveraging Epic's new retarget system, animators can seamlessly adapt existing animations to suit their unique movement and dynamic of this remarkable mech. Furthermore, the Sci-fi Mech offers a level of customization that is unmatched in its class. With parametric master materials, creators can easily modify the color scheme and adjust various parameters to tailor the mech to their specific vision. I'm gonna end there for the description. At this point, I just feel I'm being lied to as a user. Now, this mech is, in my opinion, uninspired and just like a mech. It doesn't inspire awe at all, like the description says, but that's just my opinion, and that's a subjective opinion. That doesn't really matter. Some might feel that this is really cool, considering it has small little arms in the middle here that sort of makes it function like a big mech and a small mech all together. So the opinion of the mech is just mine, and that doesn't really matter. But it sells off things like our engine, features and systems, like control rigs and IK retargeting, that has nothing to do with this asset at all. And they're make it sound like it's something that they have made specifically for this, so it has a extra functionality, and it feels I'm being marketed. And then in addition to that, it says it offers a level of customization that is unmatched in its class. Let's take a look at this customization of unmatchedness. This is a material instance of the material of this specific character. These are the parameters that we get to use. We have 5 different parameters that we can use to change the look of this robot here. So if I click in this one, we can see that we can change the color of the light. To make it obvious, I can just click it on and off a few times. You can see that that's what's happening. We also can change the color of certain parts of this body. They're not that easy to see. They're in the middle, sort of. And then we have the color of the body itself. Then we also have the ability to change how metallic we want it to look, so we might get a better sheen if we... Actually, it doesn't look that metallic. But in addition, with this parameter over here as well, we get a pretty shiny looking sort of surface. And just judging the parameters by themselves, we have something called BC color _1. We have a parameter called param, and we have one called metalness. The laziness of the parameter naming convention here is astounding, and then describing it as it is in the description of the asset is a little bit insulting, in my opinion. I might be colored, but I'm not impressed at all by this, and it feels like the description was basically an AI being prompted like, make my robot sound as awesome as possible, and then not fulfilling the description that it actually has. So it feels like we're being bamboozled here. So far we're not off to a great start. Let's see what asset number 3 has in store. Next up we have the Necropolis Graveyard Kit. So this is an asset pack, which is essentially what it says. It's a graveyard kit. This is the demo scene, so of the graveyard. So you can see that it's, well, I guess for a graveyard maybe not that big, but there is a demo scene here consisting of a bunch of buildings putting up to create a atmospheric situation here. And you can probably get the kind of feel that you can create with this. So this is, without a doubt, the most impressive asset that we get this time around, seeing as the other ones were quite disappointing, but this one is nice all by its own right, not just in comparison relatively to the other things. For you to get a idea what kind of assets or the number of assets that you get in this pack, here is the overview map. So you can see that we get a bunch of parts here for different buildings. So they're like larger chunks of areas rather than completely modular there. And here we have some more complete ruined parts. And then you have some more structural modular parts that you can use to build together something of your own devising, and some decals and props and graves, light sources, things like that. So all pretty neatly organized, and here are some different examples of things put together in different ways. So many of them looking fairly the same here, but yeah. So that's what you get in this asset pack. So in my opinion, a bit of a disappointing asset giveaway this time around. This one saves it a little bit. The other ones were disasters in my opinion. But hey, hopefully some or all of these can be useful for your projects. If you want to let me know what you thought about these assets this time around, please let me know in the comments. And as always, keep on learning. Take care. A big thank you to all of you who like, comment, subscribe and share my videos, or through other means support this channel. You are what makes this channel grow and become a resource for other people to learn from.